Hi, welcome to Curvy Heart Face Painting. Tonight is a spooky Friday night. That might be what I do next. Is maybe a Dracula. So my problem with doing the spooky Friday nights face paintings, or not really spooky Friday nights, is a lot of the characters are all the same. All you need is like different colored lipstick or different colored eyes, or just like fake blood dripping. I like to be a wee bit more creative than that. I like to, I don't know, like if you guys saw my cartoon zombie, like it was green. My Frankenstein, I went pretty in depth with that guy. And so, I mean, I want to do a witch, but essentially it looks like Frankenstein, but with more warts. The creepy doll was super fun. But tonight I wanted to do another sugar skull. I want this one to be more gender neutral. One that would be easily conveyed for a dude to do, or really anyone, who wanted to watch it. So I'm going to turn on chat if anyone is watching and or would like to join. Come on. There we go. So let's get started. I wanted to do a blue sugar skull. Like, not super blue, but like blue and dark. And I'm using my fun little sparkly pen, sparkly stuff, because first step in face painting is get all your hair out of the way. Good thing I don't have that much hair. And then that's a little bit better. So we are going to start with sponges. So we're going to take a sponge and we're going to paint on it. So we're going to take our handy dandy spritzer and we're going to spritz our blue. Our white we just showed you, and I added some color to our California black. Now, I can't say I added color, but I added some more black. So I had an old black that I found in my bag, and I'm like, ooh, this would be perfect. So you always want to go from light to dark. So we're going to start with the white. We're going to get our nice, big, fat paintbrush, and we are going to just soak that bad boy up. And remember, always, always, always spritz your sponge, because the more water it is, the more it holds your stuff. So we want a lot of white, or at least half white. So we're just painting this on. You could always wipe it, but I feel like you get a little bit more, I don't know, I would say. And I'm just dipping my brush in more water, and I'm pulling and reloading it, because the sponge, if it's done properly, will just keep all this paint in it. So if you have a split cake of certain colors you like, or if you don't want to use white at all, you don't have to. You can do whatever color sugar skull you'd like. But we're going to see how like nice and solid that is. And if you look, it's kind of, you can see how full. So that way, once it starts losing its color, like it starts bleeding a little too much, then we can start adding just spritz some water on it, and it should come back to life pretty easily. So always make sure that you have a drop cloth nearby, something to quickly dry your brushes on, or any extra paint that you have. So I'm loading up our blue. Because this is a flat brush, we're just going back and forth. The only thing that stinks about doing a sugar skull or anything where you really have to cover the face is that it takes time to cover the face. That's the only thing. That's the only thing that kind of sucks. But, if anyone has any ideas for Friday night, for face painting, let me know. And I'll ask that question a couple times to see like who's watching. But have my chat on if you're watching and you would like to tell me what it is you would like me to paint for next spooky Friday night, or what you'd like to see me paint next in general. So like I said, I'm loading it up really, really thick because I want to go over all of my face. Now the white and blue part will probably blend a lot, so that's why I did 50% white. And now I'm going to start a little bit on the black. So I'm just going to be run my brush over the black, just like I showed you with the blue. We're just going to paint the tip right here. Just paint right here. Oop, we got a straggler. And it'll help load it so that way we get a nice blended darker color at the end. If you want, you can add a couple of dots like that. I mean, it's gonna blend, and I want a little bit more, so I'm getting my brush wet again, and we're just dragging it in. All right, so I believe that should be good. Always, 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 if you're not positive, test it out on you first. Look at that. I know it looks very maroon. No, not marine. Aquatic-y, is that a thing? So, aquatic-y. So I always like to stick the white closer to the center of the face. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to start, and we are going to come right here. You see? I'm going to like covering like this. Shape out your cheekbones and just go all the way up. Now I wanted to do blue because, like I said, I like adding a bit of color, a bit of fun to my Spooky Friday nights. I hope this is spooky enough, but we will see. I don't want to care to cover up too much of the eye socket because we're going to cover that in like a black blue anyways. So you just continue, just like we did on the other side. And if you notice that it's getting a little, I don't know, dull. Right now I just feel like a beautiful flower. You can always spritz your sponge. It should bring back the color. Remember, just we're outlining the cheeks. So you notice this is a little dull. This is very dark. And I kind of like the dull note look a little bit better, personally. But I say it's time for a good reload. We got a good amount of our face covered. So we're going to take our brush. We're going to drain the black out of it because you always want to go from light to dark. It helps prevent color bleeding on your brushes and whatnots. So I'm just reloading like we did before. Like I said, this is the longest part, which I don't mind doing while people choose to come into the video or not. But if you have a busy Friday night or you're actually doing something, you know, have fun, you know. It's the little things in life. Friday night, you know, you got to take advantage of it when you can. But when you're able to watch this or you get to it, you know, from your busy life, thank you for taking time to watch me babble and play. Like, I miss doing this at kids' birthday parties, but with the COVID and everything going on, I don't feel like it's going to be a while. I think feeling it's going to be a while before I'll feel comfortable face painting again, which is sad, but you know, life goes on. All right, now I'm reloading the black. See, it's already the blue and the white got really married. So test it out on yourself if you're worried, which I am. I'm always worried. All right, it's a little less white this time, but we got majority of what we wanted. I just wanted to touch up the white right here and in the eye area. We'll blend that in once we get rid of some of this. So I feel like a monkey, like a baboon. Okay, we'll just keep because all this does is add more character to your face paint. You know, I feel like I'm painting on a beard. Oh yeah. I always dab because if you smear, like if you see, I smeared and you don't get any coverage. All this is dabbing. So we're just going to dab, dab, dab. And I'm going to paint in the eye sockets. So we're not too worried about that. But we are trying to get as much coverage as possible. Blend this in right here. There. That's a little bit better. Okay. I'm happy with this. I feel it's very comfy. I feel like I'm Mr. Frost or Mr. Freeze. Is that Mr. Freeze? I'm pretty sure it's Mr. Freeze. Who do we have with us? That doesn't tell me. Say hello. Thank you for joining. Got a little thirsty. Look at what I bought. There's a 99-cent more store. Isn't he cute? Hi there. Hi. I just thought he was cute. Okay, so we're gonna clean up a little bit, and how you do that is we are just spraying and we're cleaning. So I'm okay that the black is not super whatever, because we are going to paint a pretty strong black jawline and such. Now this can be male, female, gender neutral. I wanted this to be something that guys could do if they wanted, or you could do for your guys, or any girls that want to try it. So I wanted it to be very fun, and I didn't get in the nose at all. Let's see. There, that looks a little bit better. Okay, so I just wanted, for you to know what my intentions were. Alright, so we're going to dip one of my favorite big fat brushes into water. Take our melted California black, which I added my old black too, because I'm trying to not be a waster. Use what you can. Loading that up nice and thick. We're going to be doing the jawline. So one of the things with this is that we need to follow, because it's not as cheerful. It's kind of more on the scary, bony side, which I'm not bony. I'm very curvy. Hence curvy heart, anyone who couldn't put two and two together. So we're going to smile. And we're going to follow our smile line. See? Our smile line. We're going to follow our cheekbones. Or cheek chunks. I like that. Chinky cheeks. Cheek chunks. Okay. And then we are going to go like that. The same with this side. You can adjust it any way that you'd like. Like so. And then we're going to go down a little bit, like so. And then we're going to bring this on up. So we're going to do a nice little, like that. And now you understand why the black shading right there wasn't super important, but now that we have it, it adds a little extra depth and shadow right here. All right, and same with this side. We're just going to grab here. We're going to follow up. Right, so we're going to just fill this in real quick. Now you can add whatever you want to this. I'm going to do the basic sugar skull shape first. And then depending on how I'm feeling, I might add a mustache. I might add a little goatee. I might add some gems because guys look fabulous when they sparkle. My boyfriend hates when I do so much glitter in my face painting. And then afterwards I go, babe, I want some hugs. And gives me a hug and he looks like he just left a strip club. I'm like, where did that come from? Yeah, I love doing that to him. Alright, so I'm noticing that when I smile, this side's a little thicker than this side. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to smile really, really hard. There. I feel like that's more even now. Yeah, I like that better. Okay. So I'm cleaning that off because it got a little sticky. And if you notice, my brush is very, very wet, which means that if I'm not careful and I don't dry it off, just dabbing it dry, then, or at least the metal part or in the base of the brush, then it's going to get drippy everywhere. And that just causes a huge mess and we don't want that. Okay, so now I feel like I'm ready to do the nose. So I always love doing my noses very, like so. And then I like to do a little guy. So I know it looks a little funny, like them being uneven. But I love that. And you just swipe your nose. Whatever size nose you have. I feel like it, know what this reminds me of is like a Hades sugar skull. Blue flames. Ooh, maybe I'll do blue flames. Maybe. I'm not good at flames. Alright, so I want, as much as I would like to paint my eye, yeah, I need to paint. I don't like painting on my eyes. But let's see what we can do. I've thought about investing in colored contacts, like creepy ones. But, I mean, where would I wear them? I could do them for the videos, but then I would like, oh no, those would be too scary. And then I could get like cartoony ones. I think they have princess ones that have like in place, like a star to show like, because if you look at me, I have like two eye points, not eye points, but where the lights are hitting me and kind of makes me look like a little bit like a cartoon when I look at myself. Right there, itches. Anyways, I digress. I saw someone do eyes. Let me see how this. Okay. So what they did is they came up here and they pulled down. So obviously, that is going to be like an eyebrow line. And then they did like a straight eyebrow. And just because I have a little bit of a chunky eyes, I might round that off. I'm not sure yet. Totally looks like a Hades one. Alright, and I'm going to bring this guy up a little bit. Right, and then we're going to bring it down. And we're going to try as much as possible to square it off. So you can get as close to your eye as you like. I know I say this in a bunch of my videos. I remember when I was too scared to get close to anyone's eye. Like, I was freaked out. I'm like, what if the kid gets this stuff in his eye and his mom tries to sue me? I was like, nope. And even the parents are like, oh, can you like cover the eye area? And I'm like, nope. You gotta go to someone else if that's what you'd like. But I eventually got more comfortable with it. I learned not to have the sponges or the paintbrushes super wet. I learned to follow the lash line and just avoid it as much as possible. I'm closing my eye now. I'm doing everything I just told you not to do because I feel comfortable with it, because I trust my paints. They're very, I don't want to say accommodating, that's not the word, but they're very, I trust my paints. I've used them plenty of times. You know, here's the tricky part. Trying to make a match. Alright, so we're going to bring this guy down a little bit like that. And this guy, we're going to try to follow along the nose line to about there. And then we're going to round it out. I was like looking for inspiration. And totally, you should totally do this if you're face painting at home and you want some inspiration, or like, I know people when they're drawing or whatnot for inspiration. I was like trying to figure out what I wanted to do. There was one where I love Sugar Skull cartoons or coloring pages. So a while ago, and I still have everything to do it, I got really into Shrink-a-Dinks. Love Shrink-a-Dinks. And I made a bunch of keychains, and I made like a Shrink-a-Dink sun catcher. Anywho, there was a Sugar Skull one of like a steampunk. Like, man, how cool would it be to do a steampunk one? Well, it would be cool. But in order for me to do it properly, I feel like I would need stencils, and I'm not about that life, because the gears and everything, I would want them to be perfect. And y'all know me, I'm not perfect. Alright, we are going to just fill this in right here as much as we can without messing it up. And we might need a touch up later. Like, I can already see, like, this guy's a little messed up. Contacts. Oh, that looks cool. Alright, so what else was... I have my little sketch pad. Alright. So I think we're ready for a more detailed brush. I was thinking about doing a cleft chin. I might do the goatee. That's more of the details I want to wait till the end to make it more gender neutral. But I don't care. Like, I think goatees are awesome. And I'm not about putting a mustache on this guy. But no, I'm digging it. Alright. So we're going to take my tiny green one. It's not so tiny. I'm going to dip it, get it nice and wet, rub it off on our drop because it was dirty. And we are going to do a spider web. So we're going to do that. Alrighty. I think it looks really cool. So I want to wait until we do the mouth last, because with me talking and if for some reason my lips get wet, it's going to blur the teeth lines, and I worked hard on this. So we're going to have a start point right here. So I feel like that is center enough, and we're going to grab from that center, and I'm going to go like that. And then we're going to try to do the other side. So it looks, this one's a little higher. It's okay. Ooh, we have a visitor. Arthur, can you get the door? Okay. And we're going to put them here. And I'm going to do one. It's okay, baby. Like so. So I want to thicken that line. And then we're going to thicken this line. And you see there's a little discrepancy right there? I don't care. We're just going to bring that in. No more discrepancy. Okay. So I wanted to do it nice, thick, and bold. I mean, I always do my stuff thick and bold. However, I figured that for a more... It's always easier to do it like this instead of delicate ones, because the delicate ones I always mess up. And I like to go every other. So if you notice how they have, I don't do them on the exact same one because, I mean, what, spider webs are just freaking things of beauty. If I see one, I run. Don't get me wrong. I hate spiders. But they're perfectly imperfect. Or they're just not even. Like, I don't know. If I want to add more, I can add more. And I feel like adding more, so I did. Alright, now I'm going to round off this eye socket right here. So I'm just going to kind of, make it less sharp. And sometimes that can be difficult if you have hairy eyebrows like me. My nephew came in. That's who the barking was. Silly goose. He knows the door was unlocked. Alright, and then we're going to kind of like round it like that. So we're kind of like making a strong brow line. I want to say strong brow line. If any of you guys know my brother, or my brother got my grandfather's brow line, and all of his kids did too. And the suckers are like, I mean, their children are beautiful, but my brother has this huge brow line, and no denying his babies. All right, so we did our brow line. Nose is done. I wanted to add something like the effect of this. You just press and pull. I feel like it just adds a little extra oomph. So we're going to do that again. On this side, I'm going to grab, push, and bring up. Now they might not be even. And it's okay. I dare someone to say, oof, your face isn't parallel. If they do, I'd be like, neither is yours. Well, we're going to say nothing. No, don't be mean. Okay, so I want a smaller brush. We're going to take our detail brush because I kind of want to do something right here. I was thinking about doing a tiny, 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 tiny cross. So let's see what we can do. So we're going to do like a square. Okay, nice little diamond shape. And if it's not even enough, you can keep working at it. Okay, so there's that. And we're going to bring it down. And we are going to do another square diamond shape right here. At the crease of the bridge of my nose, because why not? And you fill it in. And if you want, you can add a little bit of the diamond going into the eyebrow line, because I made my cross guy a little too big, but I'm okay with that. I kind of think it looks cool this way. Meh. It doesn't not work. We'll let that go. Alright, so now that I have that part situated, I'm taking my whimsical light brush, dipping it in some water, and we are going to roll it in the black. We're going to be doing our teeth next. Okay, so I always like to start out with the center one in between, little peaks of your lips, because that separates the, these guys. So, like so. And then mine, for some reason, is a little dry, so we're going back. Okay. And because we did I don't want to say ombre, but we did the sponging, so the lighter colors in the center, our lips are going to pop. And it adds like a nice, like darker under the lip line. I think it looks better, but. Alright, so the first lips are bigger, or first ones are bigger because they are the center teeth. And then we're going to get a little bit thinner. Like these. And you can draw them down. I like the way this is. I want to connect it right there. Might just messed it up a little bit, but it's okay. Hey, we're learning. Right. So, so we're trying to get it as parallel or matching as possible. If we don't get it to work, it's fine. Okay. So if you want, you can add a gold tooth, and I might do that still, but we need it to dry off. So I'm going to press my lips, and I'm going to paint just a black line across the middle, because I feel like it adds a little bit of separation, because right now I feel like they're getting a little lost. Like that. I feel like that's a little bit better. Can connect. Alright, so now we're going to clean off that. And actually, we're going to get into our white. So we want to make sure that we clean our whimsical brush really, really well, because you don't want to stain your white. You want to keep your white as pure as possible, paint-wise. But it doesn't always work out, and that's okay. Sometimes the accidents or the whatever makes the world go around. So we loaded up our brush all nice. Ooh. And I want to add a crack. So we're going to add a crack right here. You can add one on this side going up. I'm doing just little bits because I don't want it to be like the main focus. You notice that when it's dry, it's going to get a little bit more transparent. And I kind of want to add some highlights to this little guy up here. So we're going to take our white and we're just going to follow the main lines. It's okay if it gets a little drowned out. Like so. Dip it in a little bit of water. Reload. So if you lift up from a thing, stick it back in there and get it re-wetted, or get your brush resituated. So we're gonna go If you want, you can just do every line or just a couple of them. Maybe I'll just do all of them. And it's okay if my brush is a little fadey because I don't need it to be like super strong. I did, my friends a while back, they went to a Day of the Dead party. And I'm like, man, I really wish I could, but it was like a family birthday party, so I couldn't really go. Yay, did it right. No paint on my straw. Anywho, ooh, that was creepy. Anywho, they her husband has a goatee and always in a little bit of a beard, so he wasn't gonna shave for one night. So I did like a bearded one, and I painted white inside his like goatee area. And he's really big into cars, so I did like the whole like a gear thing I was talking about earlier. I did that with him, and I just added like gold and black to his, and he looked awesome. And then he wore like his greaser shirt. Grandma! Sorry, my grandma just came on. And then she went as more authentic, and I did hers like super pretty, and I did like a gem of flowers around her eyes, and I just loved it. All right, and you can do this for any theme. Like if you're a big football player or football fan, you can do this for that as well. I'm just doing the underline of my eye. Okay, and we're gonna outline. Hi there, really good and creepy. Oh, thank you, Grandma. We're gonna go here, and we're going to bring it on down. Outline what you already have, so you don't have to make. When you outline, you kind of just follow the shape you already created. So it's not like you're starting from scratch. But you might fumble like me in this nose piece right here. I'm not doing all of it, I'm just doing this one side, because I feel like it kind of highlights. Alright, and now I am wanting to outline right here. So we're going to go here. And then we're going to go down. And spray your paint. Reload every chance you get. Alright, and then pull up. I want to bring it down because right here. Alright. Grandma, I miss you. Alright, we're going to follow this down. Now we're going to go down. Then we're going to like so. And you just keep doing what you did to this side, onto this side. I know this is kind of like a skeleton, and you can just leave it as skeleton. You don't have to add this part. I'm trying to make it more like a fun, gender-neutral sugar skull. So that's why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it. But yeah. So I saw one with the not goatee, but he had like a butt chin. He just went like this. I thought that was kind of cool. And then I'm gonna just do little dots. So you just put the brush down and you press up. Like so. I think that's kind of cool. It's not necessarily feminine or man or anything like that. And sorry if I'm blocking you. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this. And I can't see in the mirror. Okay. So this side is always thicker than this side because this side is harder for me to paint on. If I was painting on someone else's face, it would look a little bit different. So getting into this, what do I want? I'm going to take our handy dandy Q-tips and I'm going to spritz them. And I'm going to rub them on some clean skin to pat in the wetness, like so. And I'm going to dip it into our white. So I want to add some white dots above my eyebrows. So you just spiral that. Can't tell it's white, but you spiral it. And I wanted to just go from big, just slowly get to the white, like that. And like I said earlier, you don't have to do this if you don't want to. If you just want a skull, you totally can. And I don't do anything basic. So you get this. So we're going to start from the outside and work our way in. So we're going to go, how many dots? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And touch you two up. So you don't have to do that at all. I just want to do it. And I think I want to do it on the cheeks too, like right here. Remember, spin. You don't want any like weirdness. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel like that adds something for me. I like it, so we're gonna leave that. Now, like we were talking about earlier, adding a gold tooth, and I really want to do that so bad. So we're gonna take our handy dandy gold and a paintbrush, and we are just going, because this is a flat one, it's really great to use this one for teeth because it's like a square but it's rounded, and so you can easily like press and pull. So that's what we're gonna do. I want to do this one because if you see where I messed up, we add enough gold there, we can cover up our mistakes. Let's turn a mistake into a squirrel, a happy little squirrel. I'm gonna go like so, and I'm gonna grab from here and I'm gonna pull up. And then I'm still not happy with the consistency of it, so I'm getting that sucker nice and loaded. I'm gonna just grab and pull. And if you want, you can do all the teeth this color. I just don't want to. And let's see. Let's add some gold right here. Yeah, I like that. It adds a nice little shininess. Alright. I'm happy with the little bit of gold we did. And I'm going to take the white. So we have a lot of black going on our face. And I feel like the white is going to be popping a bit more. I'm going to take this. I'm going to just do a little bit outlines around the teeth. So we're just going to do like that. You don't have to do this part. Like right now I'm kind of regretting it, kind of not. We're going to get to the gold tooth and do the same thing. It just adds a little extra depth to show that we have teeth. And if you want, you can just do the kind of don't want to do all. There, I feel like that's a little bit more outliney. Fits a little bit better. Okay, I think, let me add, I want to make these a little bit heavier. Love the chin. Thank you. Mm. And if you want to make that a little bit more depth, you can bring the chin all the way up. I'm not. Like so. All right, so we are almost, I think we're almost done. Now you can add glitter. I'm not going to add glitter to this because I feel like it's fine without it. Let me undo my clippies. I do, however, I'm thinking about adding some gems to this and maybe a mustache. I'm seeing how I feel. So I could go blue, but I don't feel like this blue would fit very well. So I'm going to go with my silver, or should I do gold? I think we should do gold because I think the gold might tie in with the gold tooth. I think that's what we're going to do. I'm going to do gold. I know, I'm having a conversation. Grandma, answer me, gold, right? Let's add these to the eyebrows. So I'm feeling feisty with my gold tonight. Add that right there. Like I said, everyone looks great in gems. Oh, this guy got a little high. Now, it's okay if they're not perfect. Nothing in life is ever truly perfect. It's what you do with the imperfections that makes life worth it. Aha, see there, I rhymed. No, that wasn't even scripted. Nothing I do is ever scripted. I was holding something really breakable today, and I was balancing it. I own it, or it was given to me to sell. And I was like, oh, this is so cute, I love it. And I was balancing it and dropped it. I was like, no! I'm so mad at myself. But that's a Kember thing to do. Okay, we're gonna go here. Nope. And then we're gonna go with this guy right here. And then we're gonna go with our cheeks right here. Okay, so you can, if you don't have any gems, self-adhesive gems, you could have just left it white. Or you could just go over to dollar store, 99-cent store, Dollar Tree, Amazon, and get yourself a pack of gems. And FYI, 99-cent more stores, at least in California, they have really awesome self-adhesive gems for sugar skulls. And I thought that was pretty cool, but I mean, I have all the gems I need. I don't need to buy more specifically for sugar skulls when I can easily just do this. So I'm trying to use the last of my old gold so then I can break into my new ones. All right, so gold chin, and maybe I'll add this to my gold tooth. No, not that one. Let me break it out. So if you don't have gold gem or gold face paint, you could just add a couple of these bad boys. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I think we're done. It's a nice, I mean, if you're going to wear this over Halloween, I suggest going higher into the line, but like my gold tooth. So, let me touch up the eyelid so I can do a couple of closed eyes photos after. You know. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Now my grandma loved it, the chin of this video. I think she's just trying to watch because she wants me to paint her fence again. Kind of want to add a black line under this eye because if you notice, I kind of left a line there. Didn't leave any room right here. Let's see, what time is it? How long did this take? This took about an hour, but I think it was worth it. I'm happy with it. You can add a couple swirls if you'd like. I want to add, let me see if I have it. I feel like this would be cool right here. A gold flower. I think it would make the butt chin perfect. Okay, we're done. Hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. And I can't wait for our next video. Let me know if you have any particular ones because I'm not sure what I want to do for next Spooky Friday nights. I mean, I covered Frankenstein, zombie, creepy doll, creepy clown. That one was freaky. Let me know what you like. I mean, don't suggest Teletubby. That's just not going to happen. But thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And I will see you next Friday for face painting. All right, let's see. See everything. La 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 la. That's cool. See how, like, because we did the eyebrows that way, it turns out like this, and it looks like they're glaring. Like, oh, you know what? Never touch that up. See, I'm never done. You're never gonna be done. I mean, you're done when you do other people, but when you're doing it on yourself, you'll always see things that you missed. And it's okay. Just sometimes you need to figure out what will make you, when enough is enough will make you happy. Now I'm happy. We're done. We're done. Paintbrush is down. Have a great Friday night. Can't wait to see you next Friday. Let me know what you'd like me to paint you guys for Friday night. Spooky Friday. But bye, guys.